I feel like I say a lot about my life in these episodes, and they get real personal and taboo. And I don't say all of this because I want everyone to know my business, because matter of fact, I don't. But I do feel called to share my personal stories because there are people out there that are dealing with the same type of events, and they continue to play small because they have no other outlets or examples. So I intend for these stories to find the right people, and I declare that it helps you get on the path you were meant to be on. And with that said, let me tell you what someone who was supposed to love you will do when you decide to stop living for their approval. They will question your mind. They will tell you that you're crazy. They will call everyone they know and build a whole RICO case against you. And if you are not anchored in your own opinion of yourself, you will believe them and you will doubt yourself. This is rule 8. Hormozi says one of the best ways to stay poor is to value the opinion of others over your own. And I want to be clear about something. This is not just about strangers on the internet. This is about the people closest to you. The ones who have been writing the story of who you are since before you could even write it about yourself. The most dangerous opinions are not from your enemies. They are from the people you love, who have a vested interest in you staying exactly where you are. After my first divorce, I was staying at my parents' house. My ex was trying to pick me back up out of the trash. I was waiting for my visa to get approved to move to South Korea, far away from the drama. I had made my decision. I knew what I needed to do. I could feel it in my spirit, the way you feel something that is non-negotiable. When I told my mother I was leaving, she told me I had bipolar disorder. Let that land, okay? Not I'm worried about you, not please be safe, not I love you and I'm scared. She told me I was mentally ill because that was the only way she could explain a daughter who would not be controlled. I told her I was going anyway. She gave me 2 hours to get out of the house, and if she says I don't get gone, she's gonna call the police on me. So I packed my things and I left to a friend's house for 2 weeks. And then I got on a plane and flew to the other side of the world alone. But here is what happened next, because this is the part that matters. My mom went to my siblings, told them I was bipolar, got them to call me, beg me to come back, built a whole case out of a diagnosis that was invented to keep me in place. And my siblings, because they were also controlled by her, did not yet know what I knew, and they believed her. They called me selfish, cold, wrong, and I told them something I meant with everything in me. It is your problem now. And you will see exactly the control I was under now that I'm no longer under it to absorb it for you. I was not cold, I was clear. And every single one of them eventually saw it. The manipulation I had been carrying alone for years as the eldest child landed on them the moment I stepped out from under it. Fun fact, in my last marriage, he told me I was bipolar too. And I couldn't believe in all the universe I found the same toxicity. However, now that I know more about energy, we attract what is familiar to us. And until we make the unconscious conscious, we repeat the cycles. Here is what I need you to understand when you decide to trust your own opinion, especially over the people closest to you. They will not celebrate it. They will call it a phase, a breakdown, selfishness, immaturity, ingratitude, because your freedom threatens their control. And this is not always malicious. Sometimes the people trying to hold you back genuinely love you. They just love the version of you that stays small, the version that is manageable, the version that needs them. Your growth is a mirror that makes them uncomfortable, and uncomfortable people will say anything to get you to sit back down. You are free the moment you decide you are. Not when they agree, not when they apologize, not when they finally see it, the moment you decide. Your opinion of your own life is the only one with any real authority over it. The year after I left was the first year of my life I felt free. Not happy in a way people perform happiness. I felt free in my body and my decisions, in my daily life. I was living on my own terms for the first time ever. And what I found in that freedom was not chaos, which is what they told me I would find. I found clarity, direction, peace, God. Because when you stop letting other people's voices fill your head, you can finally hear the one that actually knows where you are going. The people who called me crazy could not hear that voice. They were too busy managing me to hear it. But I heard it, and I followed it to the other side of the world. And it has never led me wrong. It has never led me wrong. Somebody watching right now is being called crazy for their dream, unstable for their faith, selfish for their boundaries, cold for their clarity. I need you to hear this directly. The people calling you crazy are not your compass. Your spirit is your compass. Your track record with God is your compass. What you know in your deepest, quietest, most unshakable part of yourself, that is your compass. Stop letting the people who are afraid of your freedom write the story of your mind. You are not bipolar. You are not broken. You are not too much. You are someone who finally decided that your opinion of your life matters more than anyone else's comfort. That is not a diagnosis. That is a breakthrough. This is the blueprint. 28 rules, one life at a time. Drop a comment below. Ask yourself, what would change if you put others' opinions of you down today? I read every single comment. Subscribe so you don't miss rule number 9. That one is about something that is quietly keeping more people broke than almost anything on this list. I'm Mila. Let's wake up. Let's go.